Do you like long walks on the beach? Me too, girl, we can talk and it's free. Or would you pick a picnic in the park and the trees? It's never a dull moment if you're talking to me. We should go on a date, get some food or something. I got a coupon, girl, it's a 2-for-1. I'm not really trying to do too much, but you looking like a snack. Let me scoop you up. Girl, I know I just met you, and you're probably used to getting a big wagyu, but it's better if we order off the kids' menu. And some water sounds good, let's get that too. I don't make a lot of bread, okay, but I got a loaf of bread at the crib, okay. Let me make you a sandwich and chips, okay. It's just one of them days like it's a rail.
Yo, what up, everybody? As we get situated in the green room, we are back. First and foremost, before we even get any further into this podcast episode, last week we had a guest on the podcast by the name of Bruce Jingles. I was under the impression that Bruce Jingles was a recovering alcoholic, so I did not offer him any of our sponsored drink, but I also did not acknowledge our sponsored drink at all last episode. Both were foul because Bruce was told me later on, nigga, I do drink. I'm fucked up. I shouldn't be, but I drink. So I want to make sure that we shout out our sponsor, regardless of who the fucking guest is. Our sponsor is Captain Kirk's Jamaican Rum Punch, the best rum punch in the world. And since our guest this week is a drinker, I have no problem shouting out Captain Kirk. Thank you for supporting us. Thank you for holding us down, and we appreciate you.
Captain Cook, man.
Yo, Joe Feezy Fox in the building.
What's up, fellas, women?
That's it, fellas and women?
Yeah, I mean, it's like passing the
Trey, Elliot.
Yeah, it was good, everybody. Another episode, man. Hope everybody had a good weekend, you know. And yeah, man.
And our guest this weekend in the green room is the one and only Detroit's own super funny, super duper funny. I stand on that. Kevin Tate, y'all. Give it up for Kevin Tate.
Poppin', man. I appreciate y'all boys having me here.
Well,
I've been checking
room,
y'all
my
out,
friend.
no question. I'll be checking y'all out. I made it, boy.
Yeah,
I'm
you
doing
made
something
it.
right.
Now, you was just telling the story before we even got started that you was at a comedy show of Bruce's when you were in college.
Oh, crazy, though. I was talking to Fox with some of the specials out, but when I was in college, man, we went, I was the guy in college, but me, my sister, and my homeboy went to the Bruce came to our college, Wayne State University. He's like, we're going to get in the front row, nigga. We're going to be in the front row. Man, Bruce roasted the shit out of me, man. I wasn't nowhere near comedy either at the time. Yeah. And he roasted me like, man, you leaning to the side. What's wrong with him, dog? The crowd rolled the shit out of me, but he was a good dude. That's ironic how the world moves, though, man.
Yeah.
And I ain't seen Bruce.
That's why I wanted to start with that, because you said I was nowhere near comedy.
Not even near comedy.
So from that story, how do we get to comedy?
Man, from that story, that was in college. But I tell you, after that show, we was downtown. Wayne State is kind of like downtown, my college. So we rolled in front of the Fox Theater. I'm sure you've done the Fox Theater.
Of course. Yeah. I got it coming up.
Yeah, a word. We parked in front of it. And I remember sitting there, this year 2000. I'm like, man, I'm going to perform at the Fox. I hadn't even done a stand-up show yet. We standing out in front of the Fox. Like, watch, I'm going to be there, dog. I'm going to be there. I had an opportunity to do that last year, man. So shout out to that.
That's what's up, bro.
Yeah.
Shout out to that. Long journey in between, but
So your comedy really didn't start till you came to LA.
Yeah, I wasn't doing no comedy. I might have tried it twice. Big Daddy Fitz was at Coco's House of Comedy.
Ooh, okay.
You remember that?
Bruh, I'm gonna tell you my Coco story.
So right, they used to have keys. And when you ain't funny, they shake the keys. Now, this is my first time up here. So as soon as I got up there, man, I heard some keys. I got the fuck up. The whole time it was a nigga getting ready to go.
Oh, it was a janitor. Got a
just
call.
leaving, man. But I do remember, man, I did okay. It was okay enough because at that time, my ego couldn't take it, bro. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't take not being funny, especially in the city of Detroit.
Yeah.
Yo, this nigga Kev down there doing comedy, man. He wildin'. So, nah, man. So, yeah, tried it, man. But you know, you been there then.
I did Coco's House of Comedy, bro, this years and years ago. Foolish was the host.
Oh, my gosh. Shout out Foolish, dog.
I go in the room. It's Foolish and a bunch of comics smoking weed in the back. So I walk over like, yo, is there, I'm professional.
Yeah.
Yo, is there a lineup? Fuck is you?
Yeah.
I'm performing tonight.
Yeah.
We all performing tonight, man. They passing the blunt around like, we all performing tonight. So Foolish was the host. He kind of had a little bit more of a say of the room.
Yeah.
All right, so check this out. I'm gonna go up. I'm gonna do some time, start shit off. I'll bring niggas up at a time, you know what I'm saying? I'll let you know when I got,
Yeah.
I'm ready to bring you up. I was told, now here's the backstory. Ready for the backstory? My agent at the time had a cocaine addiction.
Okay.
Get to it.
My agent had a cocaine addiction. So what
Ain't
he would
a bad
do,
agent to have.
he would say, hey man, I booked you a gig at whatever city, whatever venue. You're gonna make $2,000. My commission is $200. Just give me the $200 down and just keep the $2,000 when you get there.
Okay.
Right? Because he wanted his money up front.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'd be like, I bet. Like he might have did that like 3 or 4 times. Right? If he did it 4 times, let's say he did it 4 times. 3 of the times was no gig.
Oh man.
3 of the times. Yo, you in Demopolis, Alabama this weekend at the fucking Laugh Shack.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's a $2,000 gig. Give me my $200. I
Yeah.
go all the way down there. They like, nigga, what you talking about? Ain't nobody say you was coming here. We don't know.
Damn.
But then I would talk my way onto the show. Whatever
Right.
happened, whatever city, like I went to I think Macon, Georgia. I went to fucking somewhere in Kentucky.
But you wouldn't get your money though.
Bruh, I would talk my way onto the stage. They would let me perform and they'd be like, you ain't getting no $2,000, but we'll give you a few hundred for coming out and showing up and performing. And people be leaving like, yo, man, my man was mad funny.
Yeah.
And I would just be like, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My desire to be on stage is worth anything you could ever pay me to this day anyway.
Yeah.
So it never mattered about the money. But then that time at Coco's, he said, yo, you going to do Coco's? I get there. I call. No, he told me I was doing Mark Ridley's Comedy Castle.
Mm-hmm.
I get there. I call Ridley's because nobody's there at the airport to pick me up. And they're like, we don't have you on the schedule this week. And the dude on the phone's like, did you try Coco's? And I call Coco's and the girl answers the phone like, I'm like, yo, this is Tony Rock. Am I on your lineup tonight? And she's like, yeah, they said you was going to stop by tonight.
Stop by.
Stop by.
I said, well, who said that? I don't know what some of your people said you was coming through. So I'm in Detroit. I'm like, fuck it.
Yeah.
I got to go down, right? I go to the hotel, check in. They didn't have a reservation for me. I had to pay for my own room.
Yeah.
Pay my own room.
Wasn't no Uber. either.
Wasn't no Ubers. Had to take a taxi.
No
Yeah.
real taxi.
Yo, then I told a taxi, went and got, took a shower, got dressed, come back downstairs, jump in the taxi. Yo, I'm going to Coco's House of Comedy. He's like, yo, my man, I'll take you there, but you're going to have a hell of a hard time getting a ride back. Because niggas don't go there at nighttime.
That's right.
Damn.
Right there on Jefferson, right over there. Yeah.
I go in, bro, it's abandoned buildings.
All around it, dog.
I'm like, oh shit, okay, this is real.
Yeah.
I go inside, they all smoking in the back. Yo, we let you know when the show starts, nigga. So I'm like, just sitting there. Foolish go up, do his thing.
Yeah.
Brings up this guy, that guy, this guy, that guy. I was told I was headlining.
Yeah.
I still in my mind think I'm the headliner.
Yeah.
Foolish like, yo, I'm gonna bring you up, do like a hot 10, then I'll bring him up.
Hot 10.
So I go, hey, no, hold up, bro. My agent said I was headlining this
He's
week.
like agent.
I said I was headlining this weekend. He's
Yeah.
like, hey, bro, we don't do weekends, bro.
Yeah.
We're gonna do the show tonight. We'll see what happened tomorrow, and
Yeah.
we'll see about Saturday, And I'm like, all right, yo, just bring me up, bro.
Yeah.
And I get up and he go, yo, y'all ready for some shit? This next motherfucker from New York. And the whole room, fuck New York.
Oh,
Damn.
shit.
And I'm like,
Here
okay,
we go.
okay. He's like, give it up to Tony Rock. And I come like, yo, what's up, y'all? Yo, I'm the nigga y'all said fuck New York. Yeah, nigga, fuck you, nigga. All right. So, I guess the Pistons fans ain't got no love for no Knicks fans, huh? Fuck the Pistons, fuck the Knicks.
Yeah.
Fuck you, fuck New York. And Jesus works in mysterious ways. I look over and it's a white guy sitting by himself
Yeah.
in that black ass hood ass room.
Right.
So I turn all that attention on him. I'm like,
Yeah.
yo, my man, what the fuck are you doing in here?
Yeah.
Nigga, you lost or something? And I start snapping on him and they start like, yeah, nigga, what's wrong with
Yeah,
you?
You put it on somebody else.
I made us a team against him.
Oh, wow.
And they start laughing, room rocking. And I'm like, nigga, that's about 8.5. Yo, y'all be cool. All right, man. And I get off and now I'm like, let me get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm trying to call a cab and they're like, nah, we're not coming over there. And the dude is cleaning the kitchen. He's like, yo, I'll run you to your hotel for $20, but you gotta wait till I finish cleaning the kitchen.
Damn.
And I said, good, do you think, nigga?
You
And I
kicked
just
it. You kicked
just
it.
sat there.
Coco's.
I chilled and waited for this nigga to clean the back room.
That's a
Damn.
band.
Drove me to the hotel. Next morning, I called the club. I said, hey, is Tony Rock there tonight? And the girl said, no, he was here last night. I said, okay, thank you. Hung up the phone, packed my shit, went to the airport.
That's crazy. They ain't pay you nothing either.
Zero.
Of course not.
Got on the plane, flew home, and fired that agent.
Okay, that's what's
Yeah.
it. How long was your agent after that? That was the last straw?
Mm-mm.
Smoker need that money up
That was
front.
it.
Boy.
Yeah, that was it. He was done. But I remember Coco's vividly And I remember Foolish and I have
Yeah.
since
You know
become friends.
Coco though, right?
Of course.
Yeah.
But like Foolish we friends now. Like,
Okay,
you know,
Foolish is the one with the locks, the long locks in his
No, light-skinned bald head.
Oh, okay, I don't know.
Every
Foolish.
say, you know, Foolish, man. He real
you know what
one.
you're saying.
But yeah, like Detroit, my first time performing in Detroit was like maybe 3 weeks ago.
Had you ever been there before?
No,
Wow.
not layover wise, yes,
Yeah, for sure.
but not in the city. And yo, Detroit, I had a dope time. Detroit is nice.
Yeah.
Comedy bar.
The comedy bar.
Yeah.
Okay. Tucked in.
They had a nice ass cigar. You know, I find cigar lounges everywhere I go. Like with a nice ass cigar lounge I went to.
Yeah, it's black people.
I mean, it's just, yo, Detroit is black. Detroit is like what Atlanta used to be. Yeah, and I'm not saying Atlanta ain't black no more, but the culture, the like, it's Atlanta minus all of the you ain't seeing
Type shit.
you seeing it's like, yo, Detroit is for real
black people working at the Taco Bell.
Yeah.
They working at the fair out here.
Yeah.
Black people don't even work at
And
the
all
fast
the
food.
jobs.
Yeah. So
no
I had a
question.
good time in Detroit, man. I got some good friends in
Yeah,
Detroit,
that's
man.
where that shit started out.
Wait, so
Yeah.
how did comedy start for you?
You know what, man? I just was like, dog, I always thought I could do it. To keep it 100, my brother, man, he lived in Atlanta, it's crazy, but he did comedy when I was in the 4th grade. He was in the 6th, and he came back to the hood, and everybody was talking about him. Some of them said he bombed. Some of them said he was funny. But all I remember thinking was, damn, he did that. The hood talking about it.
Yeah.
And then after playing ball for a while, I think I can do that. And then I was like, man, I'm about to go to LA. And shit, if all those fails, I'm gonna be a comedian. I think I can do that. That was my whole thing. Like, I rapped for a year and a half out here, dog.
We all did.
You rapped in LA?
Yeah,
Oh, I
man.
rapped
The
in
first
Atlanta.
dudes I met was in the studio. So I was hanging out with them niggas. I'm just hanging out. Dropped the EP, performing at the House of Blues. And then they all kind of just went their separate ways. And I did Sarah's in the Valley with Buddy Lewis.
Kim Whitley.
Kim Whitley, dog. I said, man, I drunk a half pint of Mohawk
Yeah.
on the phone with my mama, rest in peace. Like, mom, I'm finna finally start comedy. Year and a half into being out here. So, yeah, I started out here for real.
What year was that? That was
2009. I got out here in 07.
Yeah.
I might have
Yeah.
started in 2009 and shit.
Yeah, because that was the year me and Boo moved out here in 09.
Yep, I was just getting started, man. But
I just
felt
remember
like I
doing
could do
that
it.
pool hall. It was just me, you, and some other niggas at that pool
And
hall.
Watts?
It might have been Watts. I
Ron
just know that there was
No,
like nothing
you
but pool
talking-
tables. up in
You
there.
talking about in the Valley in Sherman Oaks?
No, this was.
Oh, this was in the hood.
It was in the hood.
Okay.
That
It
was
was in
Watts.
the hood by the old mixed nuts or something.
Oh, okay,
like that.
Yeah,
okay.
they was
Makes
asking me
sense.
to buzz.
Wow.
They was asking me to buzz niggas in. I'm like,
Ah.
What kind of place is this?
yeah, but nah, man. So yeah, I got started out here like that. I just went up and just kept going up, bro. And I've said it before, like I wasn't doing a lot of time, Rock. I was just I had 2 jokes, bro, that was funny. And I would do it. And if it gets shaky, I do the one they laughed at.
Wait.
Good night.
Wait. Because you know we done had this conversation. Which joke are
At
you
that
talking
time, I
about?
used to
Because I
tell
know
them.
the joke.
Well, at this time, I was doing the joke, would your girl save your name as in her cell phone? That
Okay.
time when she like you.
All
And I
right.
looked at my girl phone, it said, this
This
nigga.
nigga.
Man, they
Alright.
would laugh at that. I'd be like, God bless. Good night, nigga. I'm gone.
What was the other go-to joke?
I couldn't even tell you back then.
Because the joke I remember that you used to do all the
Oh,
time.
fuck relationships?
No, was you ever be doing something with your chick and the AIDS commercial come on?
Oh, and I raised the
And
stool.
You had the
Yup.
stool.
That was me figuring it out.
That was when you was figuring it out.
But at that time,
yeah,
I say the joke because the ride is a long way home, bro.
Yeah.
And I just didn't have at that time, it was ego. I was like, man, I'm not good enough to be taking L's out here. So I'd say a joke and get on it like, nigga, you got 13 more minutes.
You like, I'm going, I'm out.
I'm out, man. I couldn't have handled it. I wouldn't have made it this far in them early days because I really just jumped out here.
I'm 2 for 2. I'm not
I'm
shooting
2
the
for
ball
2.
no more.
I'm swinging it. But I was so new out here and I was coming across real comedians. I'm like, damn, these niggas serious, bro.
Yeah.
Now I remember that cats would be packing up at open mics. I'm like, man, I done dove in the fucking deep end, bro.
Yeah.
I strictly dove in the deep end. So, but I will say a part of me felt like I could do this shit.
Is that do you think that was better for you to just jump in all in, even though you didn't even have material?
100%.
Or wait, be on the other side and develop the material, then go.
Nah, 100%. I had to dive in. For me, I'd have thought myself out of it.
Okay.
You know,
okay.
I'd have thought myself out of it. If I say because you know, once I think it's funny, I just say it, bro. Because if I'd have had to wait, I'm ready, I never would have did it, man. Never. So it was. I had to, just jump in and shit, though. Man.
You know the dope thing about this in this comedy community, man, is where you get to see people that start and you get to see their growth and where they become and how good they are now. And I can honestly say, you know, rest in peace, Boogie. Me and him always would have that conversation about you because, you know, you used to come to our room all the time. Like, you don't realize how many people come to me and be like, yo, Trey, I don't even think you realize that you was the first person to put me on stage.
Like my main shows, bro.
They was just like, people would not put me on stage and then you or Boogie be like, yo, come through and do 15 minutes, man. Like, you was doing that. And I'd be like, for real? Like at least like 5 people came to me in like the last couple of months, like, yo, you was the only one that would put me on stage. No. And I'd be like, I did that because I remember when nobody would put me on stage and I never wanted young comedians to feel like that.
That shit was big.
So to see your growth, because me and Boogie used to sit back and be like, look at Tate. Look at Tate. Oh, he's stinking it up a little bit. These the only two.
Them was the only 2 niggas that walk around. Nigga, we seen you bombing.
But we always put you up.
But
we didn't care.
But you know what's crazy, bro? To me, those were big shows. I'm like, these niggas is real comedians. Yeah. I be on the phone with my brother, like, nigga, I'm about to go. Nigga, I be doing push-ups, filming myself. We talk about, these are big shows, man. It be 9 motherfuckers in there.
Yeah, and I remember, man.
But they always rolled it out.
Me and Booger be like, yo, Tate done got funny.
No, shout out my nigga Booger, though.
Yo, so I love to see that. You know what I mean? That was a dope thing. And you're probably one of the only ones that I can think of. There's only a handful of people that I can see that I actually saw start from the beginning that really got like really as strong as you got in that small amount of time. Like you really kind of figured it out
most of it came
at
from
a rapid
fear.
pace.
Most of it came from fear, dog.
Fear is a great motivator.
Yeah, fear, bro. It was like, I just can't go up here, man, and these people be looking at me like, get the fuck out of here. So it was really that type of shit, though. Man. Fuck around out here, man.
What would you say is that time when you said, all right, I've been doing it, and then somebody came up to you and kind of validated you? Like, you know, one of the writers, one of the OGs,
man,
like said that you felt like you did so good, people started coming up to you.
That's a dope question. I don't think it came from a set, though. I took David Arnold's comedy class. David Arnold. Yeah. I took his class. I had some shit, and I remember he posted. I said, man, I'm going to go to his class. And still got those videos going up. I'm nervous. I'm pulling my shirt, twisting the mic cord around my hand, nervous as shit. But I never forget, he gave me some notes and emails, and I still got them. He's like, yo, you on to something, man. You got some right, man. You know, and that's what I needed.
Yeah.
At that time, it was just an email. He's like, man, you got some shit. You just need to, you know, make sure you do ba when you write, throw everything into that equation. But man, you funny, you got some shit. So rest in peace, David Arnold. So that's a great question, bro. Cause that's when I quietly, and it wasn't nothing on stage.
Right.
Because I was having good sets, but I still was riding home like, but am I good as these niggas, man? You know what I'm saying? Because I was working at the House of Blues, and I used to go across the street before I was doing comedy and sit in the back. I'd watched you go up in the Comedy Store before when I was just working at the House of Blues in a suit, sitting in the back on my lunch break. I was sitting in the back and like, these niggas, man, these niggas is really comedians and shit. Like, damn. I thought Memphis Will was the funniest nigga. I mean, the most famous nigga in the world. Memphis Will, Lil G. I'm like, these the most famous niggas. They came out of there. Real talk. So I watched y'all, bro. I watched y'all in the back eating food. Had to rush across the street. So I was like, but am I funny as these niggas, man? So shout out to y'all, dog.
I'll let you in on a secret. I'll let you in on a secret. That shit never leaves you. I watch Dave Chappelle. I watch my brother. I watch Louis C.K. I watch Wanda. I'm like, am I as funny as these guys?
Right.
And I know somebody's looking at me like, yo, Tony Rock is the truth. And I'm looking at somebody else like, am I that funny?
Yes.
So that never leaves you.
It never leaves you. You're right.
That's part of the that's why this is the greatest art form there is. Because the stuff, the same type of love you have for it in the beginning, you're going to have your entire career.
Yes.
The things that you are cautious and worried about at night when you go to bed and when you write in whatever your process, that shit stays with you. It's just you get better, you get bigger, you do bigger shows, you make more money. But that person, that voice, that little kid or whatever that started this whole journey, is still in you the entire time.
Which becomes the driving force.
Right, exactly.
To
Which
keep
is
you
the
on your
driving force.
edge,
Yeah.
to keep you like, this ain't, let me keep. So that's
Then it's the
real
guys
talk.
you started with. I started with Corey. I started with D-Ray. I started with Dion. Like my class, I'm always looking at my class. Like, what are they doing? Like, what? Okay, I'm doing this. He's doing. All right. So we kind of still fighting for positioning, but Dion's like blew the fuck up and now he's doing this. But I'm like, yo, okay, he's doing, and D-Ray's all right, but we still kind of making, we all kind of like, doing our thing, jockeying for position.
But you would never know that. Seeing you on stage, seeing you doing shit, you would never think that you still thinking like that.
Bruh.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Bruh.
he always cool, like, what the fuck? You know how he be doing that shit? Like, fuck, man. I'm like, man, he ain't worried about nothing, but that's real. You say that, though.
You think about it. My drive from the house to the club, same drive as yours. Very nice car, but like still like, I'm try this new bit tonight. I wonder if it's gonna work. Like I hope they take, I'll make sure I gotta do this part. And then, I'm gonna extend this joke and tag that with this and see what happens. It's all that never leaves, bro.
I want to ask a question to you about that too. Like when you got a joke in your head, because I'm a little different. Do you ride to see? Do you go to the club to see if the people like it? Do you tell it like, let me see if y'all like it? Or you like, you know what? I slammed the gavel. This is funny to me and I'm saying it.
I'm only speaking for me.
Yeah.
I don't tell jokes for the room.
Exactly.
I tell jokes for me.
For me, bro.
If y'all laugh, that's your way of telling me we agree that what you think is funny is funny to us too.
Yes.
If you go into a comedy club trying to make every single person in there laugh, you're gonna that's the worst thing you can do in your career. Because there's no way you can make this person laugh at something that person's gonna laugh at, that person's gonna laugh at that. But what they can all do, what the majority of them can do, is agree with something that you think is funny.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yes. 100%.
To try to make all individuals hit something funny? No. But here's what I think is funny, and I'm going to tell it the way I think it's funny. And this is why it's funny to me, and they're going to go, I can see why he think that's funny.
And he believes it, and I think it affects your delivery.
And he sold it, he believes it.
It affects your delivery, because if you like, y'all like this, they going to sense that.
They can see
As opposed to, man, look here.
I told somebody the other day, comic, I'm not going to name him, but he was on stage like, and then you be like this, you know what I'm saying? And then you got to do this, right? And then you got to do this, you know what I'm saying? And I said, stop asking these motherfuckers questions, bro. We not asking them shit. We telling them.
Real talk.
It's kind of like
real talk.
The thing you say, hey, I'm not on TV. I'm really in the room.
Yeah.
Imagine your TV set responding to your disapproval and changing and shit. It's like, well, I'm gonna change the channel and shit. Yeah, I like the idea of you as a comic. It's like you're that TV. This is what's on.
I'm
you
on.
Like it,
I'm on.
Not,
yes.
Yeah, I'm on.
But that level of confidence and that getting there takes time too. As a comedian, all that comes with the maturity of saying, you know what, this is what I feel is funny, and this is what I'm gonna say, regardless of how y'all gonna take it or not. I just have the confidence to know. Just like Jordan, I might not make the shot, but I know I took a good shot. The shot might not go in tonight, and that's how it is. You're like, this is a good bit. I'm if I shoot it tonight, it might go in and out the basket.
Right.
It might run around the rim and go in. It might run around the rim and go out.
Like follow the shot.
You know what I mean? It's just like you gotta follow.
But just like that, like Jordan, practicing the shot all the time gives you the confidence every time you take it, right?
Yes.
With us, it's if I write enough, I know how to structure material. I know how to put it in order. I know you do that enough. It gets to the point where it's like, now I can make anything funny. I don't think there's anything I can't make funny.
Right.
I know the structure. I know the framework.
I know the feel of the crowd.
I got the blueprint, right.
You know how to handle a crowd and shit. And then one thing I will say, it's never in the bag. That's the tightrope of what we do.
Right.
I don't give a fuck how many times you do good. It's really never in the bag.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They can really, you never know. It's never in the bag. And that's the tightrope of this shit that we walk every night.
It could be one little thing you say, and you like, whoa.
They weren't feeling it.
It could be you got to follow somebody that they really fucking, they love this motherfucker. He's famous. He came, he stopped by, he blew the room up. Now you go, it's like, bro, you might be on all 10s that night, but it's like, they just wasn't giving it up because they already was,
they already
has
saw
nothing
that
to do with
guy.
you sometimes.
Yeah.
Have you ever been in that situation?
Yeah, you know what, man? Again, all mine come from fear. So I feel like every time, no matter who's up, I gotta go with this particular energy of I'm shooting this shot with full confidence. I'm oblivious to who just came up. I got my own funny. Apples are good, oranges are too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's all fruit. And so I come up kind of like that. Like I never really go up thinking, are they gonna like me? I just say I'm delusional in a sense. I'm about to, y'all gonna love this.
Good word.
So it works.
So me and Kev always have this back and forth debate. So we might as well talk about it on the podcast. Now, you want to bring it? Do you want to introduce the debate? Yeah.
Go.
So to everybody, so we talk about this thing. Trey always be on my back, bro. He be like, man, Kev, you ain't got to kill every night. You know, some nights you could just come up. You ain't got to do your killers and da-da-da-da-da.
The same material.
Which
killers,
again, which to me, I always tell Trey, like, man, I got a bunch of shit. But I don't tell nothing but killer jokes. You know, I just, in my mind, killer to me.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll be like, man, but dog, we ain't in fucking Cleveland. Like, to me, I feel like LA is a showcase town. And when the lights come on, right, you got to deliver, right? That's how I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Now, it might be something that you've heard before, right? But those people haven't, and I don't perform for comedians. Mm-hmm. So my crazy thing is that I feel like, shit, I kind of do. I wasn't a comedian. I didn't walk the comedian trail. Mm-hmm. I didn't come through doing 1,000 jokes. Mm-hmm. And Trey is like, shit, man, I don't care who in here, man. Try this, try that, try this. I'm like, okay, cool. But you can get known for one or two things, funny or unfunny. And both of them hard to shake, you know? And so that's just my placement on it. So I guess if we could say a topic, what would you say that question would be that you asked?
So for me, and then I'll make my statement, then we'll pose the question. For me, you said LA is a showcase city.
Yeah.
Which I agree 100%. Okay. LA is a showcase city.
Sure.
But I feel like a lot of times when comedians have that in their mind, they are always performing instead of being natural. And I'm not saying you. I'm just talking instead of just being their natural, funny self. They're not opening up themselves to be in the moment of creating something magical or something that presents itself right there. Sure. Or whatever. You understand what I'm saying?
Are you saying that being that this is a showcase town,
people just like, yo,
creative process is kind of altered a little bit?
It alters their creative process, their natural creative process. So it's just like, yo, I gotta boom, 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 boom. And I'm like, yo, sometimes open yourself up to create. You don't have to do the same bits over and over and over again. I used to tell Boogie, yo, I don't want to hear you do Beyonce no more because you know that shit work. Right. Now create your next Beyonce bit that 100%. You know is going to kill. 100%. Because now you open yourself up because everybody know you funny. And that's like the people that it matters to or the people that you feel like you're showcasing for, I feel like, yo, they already know your history. They already know you good.
Well, no, that's true. But in the beginning, I'm going to keep it 100. When I was in the beginning, man, I told my set, man, I might have did that shit all the time. But it was always another inch to that set. It was never like, boom. It was always like, it's further. Yeah. It's further. Now I'm at a place where I am able to play. I can play a little more. That's my voice now. Gotcha. I mean, some of the stuff that you've seen, even we'll get to probably later, I think Fox was telling me about. But even on the night that I had an opportunity to do all deaf comedy on HBO.
I love that. Love that.
I had an opportunity to do that. But the set that I did on there, I had been working on for 3 years, 4 years. And I remember watching, I don't even remember who was all on that show. I forget sometimes. But I could see people trying new bits. And all I kept thinking, this HBO is going to live forever. I done built this to the point where, so I came off very polished, very timeful. Yeah. And up until the end, I don't have a history of where a lot of comedians started out in the coffee shop telling, that's not my history. Yeah. So for me, I'm like, I got to get good fast.
Definitely for HBO, for a TV showcase, you ain't supposed to go
But the reason it was that good, because I told it 10,000 times.
But that was your opportunity. That you did that right. But after the Def Jam and after this and after that, I'm like, yo, I was like, yo, I need you. Not I need you, you know what I'm saying? I'm just like, yo, Kev, you know that particular set is tried and tested and great. 100%. Let's.
And then we're talking years ago when we had this conversation, and my pushback would always be, Trey, we not on, bro. Right? And again, me being on the road all the time, a lot of that comes from that set, those bits, which I never tell in LA no more.
Oh, okay.
I don't even tell those jokes in LA. Like,
Mhm.
I don't even tell those jokes. But if you come see me do 45,
Yeah.
you know, you'd be like, oh shit, I ain't know he was talking about that.
So the question is,
Sure.
how do we feel about when do you bring out your new material? Because when I was on the road every year, I made it my mind to do a new 30 every year because I'm repeating cities. So I'm like, all right, Trey, I'm going to at least try to do a new 20 of a 30 that I don't want to do the same shit that I did the year. You know, I'm repeating the city. So let me come up with some new material. And now I have a strong 30 here, strong 30 there, strong 30 there, strong 30 there, that I'm confident with any of them.
Right.
So the question is, how often do you think, as far as being in this city, should we continue to do the same material? How often should we feel like we should create new material? Should we feel the pressure of showcasing? And now I know your stance because you feel like you have to because of your name. Like, I don't have time to take off, but I've still heard you create new stuff.
Well, no. Okay. Well, go ahead. Well,
So how do we feel like about writing new material, continuously seeing comics do this, like the same bits that we know are good and killers, and like, or you know, and creating? Like, how do we feel about that?
Go first.
So it's kind of like a read the room, like literally. Okay, in this room, the creative process can be, you know, first and foremost, I want to work on something. Like, this is a workout room.
Yes.
Versus, okay, I'm at the Comedy Store on the main stage on Friday night. No, you need to do, you know, the stuff that works. If you take a risk, you have the mindset of saying, all right, I'm going to come back with this. Or if it's on the road, it's kind of like what you say. Hey, man, you got to do the hits, especially if you have a limited amount of time. And that's, you always limited when you out here.
100%.
Okay.
So I think if you read the room based on the type of material that you can easily get away with in the creative process, then you got to do that. Always be creating. Always take some risk.
Yeah.
But when it's time to be like, it's on.
It's game time.
Yeah, it's game time. Yeah.
All right. So if you anywhere in America, let's say you're in the Midwest, right? And you say you want to do stand up, what's the two places they're going to tell you to go?
New York,
LA.
LA.
New York or LA, right?
Mhm.
Because it's not just because it's a showcase city, it's a artist city. New York and LA is the artist city. That's why they say go to one of those two. Not for the showcasing, because that's where the artists that want to do whatever the art form that you're trying to undertake, that's where most of them are. They're mostly there or there. So I say that to say, because this is an artist city, you do have the luxury of saying, you know what, tonight I'm just going to work some stuff out. Because everybody understands that. The wait staff is singers. The bartender is a painter. The guy that manages the club is writing his second movie. Right? You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
So it is an artist city, which means we can appreciate an artist working on their craft in this city. If I go up tonight and I just pull out my phone and go, yo, I just want to stop by and is it cool? They're going to go, oh, yeah. Because they know, like, we recognize that, oh, he's being an artist tonight. And he won't have this time to do this when he gets on the road this weekend.
Right.
You know what I mean? When I'm on the road, they paid money. They got a babysitter. They got the car washed and got their girl something to wear and went to dinner beforehand. They came to the show. They don't want to see, all right, let me try some new stuff. Yo.
Right.
That's when it's like, that's when this nigga, we got to showcase.
Right.
That's when we got to deliver.
And I think to that makes sense too. But see, to add to it, I think that you have comedians that started out with that whole thing. For me, it's always been almost like a pressure cooker from day one. It never was a time where I could. Now, there are rooms out here that I play with, and there are rooms that I don't play with. The Laugh Factory, I'm lucky enough for that to be my playhouse on a Sunday night. But in the beginning, it wasn't.
Because that's what.
In the beginning, it wasn't.
Right.
Now, I'm able to go there. I bring a new bit every week.
Yeah.
And I also believe I don't perform for comedians. So I'm not subconscious, oh, this comedian's in the room. He saw me do this.
Right.
But also, too, like, you never know who's out here. And I can say only for me, though,
of course,
is that I've gotten opportunities from doing very well. I don't feel like I'm in a position and you know, I could be right, but I don't feel like I'm in a position to play. Right? I don't have, I'm just not in that position, not carry that. Like on a night out, this room packed, everybody in this motherfucker. Now, am I about to go all off into my old shit? No, but I've created everything else to be at that level. And I'm not gonna play around with, I thought of some, unless I believe it all the way. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not just gonna come up here, like you said, bring out a notepad in LA because these people have never seen Kevin Tate.
And you know, and you probably, maybe one other person, probably you and Boogie, I've said that to. And the only reason I said that to you guys is because I know your offstage personality. Sure. And I know your natural funny personality too. And I'm like, yo, when we're acting, you know, when you're acting as an actor, they're like, yo, when you're acting, you're not supposed to act, if that makes any sense. You know what I mean? It's supposed, like, if a scene is supposed to make you cry in real life, you might not want to cry. And then, but you're like, oh shit, I'm about to cry. You know, you hide your crying sometimes in real life. So in a movie, if you feel like it's a crying scene, you might take it as, I don't want to cry, and then it makes you cry, if that makes any sense. Sure. So I was always looking at y'all like, yo, I know the funny shit. When we just sitting back, laughing, cracking jokes, I'm like, yo, this nigga cracking me up. You know, we got our little shit. And I was like, yo, I want to see that part on stage because there's a whole bunch of other creativity that will grow and flourish outside of that. Like, because you know, I always tell you, hey man, I don't always know what I'm going to say sometimes, but that don't mean I don't know what I'm gonna do, if that makes sense. I let my natural shit come out. Sure. One of the prime examples is when I came up with that Lewis bit, which is one of my a funny bit. I got my T-shirt. That ain't my stepdad. That's Lewis. That's one of my funny jokes. But how I came up with that, I lived in the moment. I didn't know what I was gonna say. My mom and Lewis and my son, they all came down, and I was like, "Yo, Lonnie, I need to perform." Sure. But what happened was we was in Atlanta. And my mom and Lewis had saw my 30. And I was like, damn, now they're going to see my 10. I don't want to do all of the same shit they heard on my 30. I kind of wanted to be whatever. So I was just like, what can I come up with? And I just lived in the moment. My mom and her husband here, boom, boom, boom. And then the regular funny. You know, I said her husband. That's how you know he ain't my daddy. Right. And then I took that and Boogie was like, dog, you got something right there. But that all came from living in the moment. Then I took it and created. Then I added Lewis and all that shit. So but that just came from me just on stage. Like, all right, y'all. All right, Trey. I know I'm good.
So where I'm weird, where I'm weird is, first of all, I'm gonna be honest, I haven't picked up a pen in the pad since 2014. I haven't picked up because it's here.
You record?
Sometimes. No, I take that back because sometimes I will jot down a statement on my phone. But very rare am I sitting there looking in the sky, which I did at one point.
Yeah, that's my style.
Right. Yeah. So now I live it. So all the new shit, I do bits. When they come out, they're fresh. I just do a bit every week. That's my thing. Every time I go up to the Laugh Factory, I'm bringing this new bit that I just been driving around with in my head. You know, that's just how I am. I'm saying it. Yeah. Now I believe it.
And it come out the most natural way.
So where it may look like it's a polished bit, nah, I've been fucking with this. It's been getting on my nerves. I've been waking up in the middle of the night, dropping my phone behind the bed, trying to write the shit. You know what I mean? So
I know when Tate though get in the foot where he's like, I gotta perform. Because I'm going to hear that because I know the bits. I know everybody material. Yeah. So when we're out here, and I'm like, as soon as he say, yo, trust issues, I'm like, he feel like he gotta give him that.
Which you be surprised, man. I don't even talk that talk.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't even talk that talk as much anymore. Yeah. Now when I'm on the road, when I'm doing, because I'm doing arenas, I've been blessed enough to do arenas now, right? So in an arena, you know, it's different, bro.
Yeah, you don't want to try that. You don't want to try that other shit.
You know what I mean? I've been with you at an arena, I think lately, man, not too long ago. But like when you be on these shows, bro, you gotta have something, dog, that touch those people. Right? And those people that's 50 feet away from you in the front row and 10 feet down. So that I just want to have that energy. And again, I say to each his own, man.
Yeah,
I say
right.
to
We
each his
just
own.
shooting shit.
Yeah, real talk.
So on those new ones, we said you've been thinking about it. You just ain't put it out there yet. When you do put it out there, you putting it up top or you saving it and then
I have a slot for it. I know where I want to put it.
Yeah.
And I don't have a lot of stuff in the bank. Nowadays, I ain't got shit sitting in the bank. I'm getting it off. Only thing about it, shout out Chocolate Sundays. They putting it on the goddamn
Chocolate Sundays.
website. Before I even, you know what I mean?
Oh,
So-
you just came up with that. Like,
Yeah.
So this is the
that's
question.
new shit.
That's new shit.
And for all of us,
Mm.
because, and I'll tell you why I asked after everybody answered. Would you rather have the laughter or the clapping? The clapping from which one do you like or prefer sometimes or whatever?
I probably have the clapping. The clapping is recognition. The clapping is recognition. The clapping is
Brilliance.
I understand it.
And it's
The clapping
brilliant.
is like, yo, I appreciate what you just did.
Yes.
Like the clapping is I saw it,
Mm-hmm.
I felt it,
Mm-hmm.
it resonated with me. Bravo.
So when does that clap come at the end? Or joke
Laughter
for joke?
is like, oh, yo, good one.
Like applause break.
Laughter's
Like-
like, that was good.
But when does the
Okay.
claps come? Do they come at the end or through the set? Would you trade out
In the
laughter
middle,
off
end,
through the
throughout.
set?
It come
Throughout.
throughout.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, yeah.
How about you?
I don't know. I never heard of that question. I never thought of that. Like, but I do get what you're saying.
Yeah.
That appreciation clap. That's what the claps
I
are.
do a joke right now about Martin Luther King Day, right? Yo, Martin Luther King Day started. It was became a national holiday in 1986. Arizona didn't acknowledge it as a national holiday until 1993. Like, you got to really be fucking racist, man. You know how much you got to hate niggas to not want the day off?
Yeah.
I said, you, some white guy somewhere like, I'd rather go to work than to give that nigga the satisfaction. They're like, yo, that's fucking
Right,
good,
okay, I
yo.
got it. I got
That's
it.
fuck, like, because they
Yeah.
understand, like, yo,
Mhm.
the frame of mind that you have to be in to not want a free day.
No, fuck that. We
Like,
go in, man.
And then,
Like,
and then the next part is like, yo, because white people, I'll tell you right now, black people, we don't like y'all. Before a Monday off, happy Yom Kippur.
Happy Donald Trump Day.
I said, we been in the backyard like, nigga, get this burger, Charlie Kirk, nigga, Charlie Kirk Day, nigga.
We all.
And they just go crazy. Because
That's
it's like,
funny.
yo, we can
That's
see it, we can
fucking
feel it,
funny,
we
bro.
understand where it's coming from. Yo, bravo.
That's fucking
Facts.
funny though.
Definitely the applause break, because in that instance, you get the audience to think like you as a comedian, and now they understand where that came from.
Yeah.
And it's like the ultimate in being relatable, especially when you're talking that real shit.
Mm.
Like when you talking about the
Yep.
the life insurance shit,
The life insurance.
or if I'm talking the divorce shit or the side chick shit, and people clap
Mhm.
because like I understand where that I'm feeling it too, you know. So
Yeah, clapping is more, we on your wavelength,
Yes.
we're on your frequency.
on your frequency.
Okay.
Laughter
'cause
is
it-
like, that was just funny. That's
I-
why I
I-
like it.
Yeah,
I think
I like I live, I ain't gonna lie, I live with the laughters because I feel like once I get them going,
Mhm.
I'm not letting them down. I don't have a lot of here, then back to here.
Mhm.
Right. So for me, and it's funny that we talked about this because that's interesting. Yeah, I get claps at the end. I might even get a standing ovation at the end because of the performance. Maybe not so much. You know what? That's a good fucking point.
Mhm.
Like that joke
Yeah.
you made was smart as shit right there. That was a smart ass joke.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I might come up there and say, you know your relationship bad when you can't even snore no more. and shit.
Right,
Like when
right,
your girl
right,
start
yeah.
kicking you in the back and
Yeah.
sitting you up and throwing shit at you.
They
you know?
laugh. Yeah.
And so when people, but they relate to that
Right.
because all my shit is dipped in just a rice grain of truth.
Mhm.
It's just
More,
a rice,
that's it. That's a rice.
just a rice grain of truth. Meaning, me and my girl got into it about not even about 3 weeks ago because she kept fucking with me while I'm snoring and shit. I'm like,
Yeah.
I've been out cheating all day. Let me sleep.
Yeah.
Let me sleep in peace. We got a
That
recline,
is the truth.
but we got a
Yeah,
reclinable bed. This is the
yeah.
truth.
Yeah.
And it got a remote. And they say if you lift up, it'll stop your storm. Man, I woke up, I'm sitting up straight like a frontier.
Yeah.
Yo, that's fucking funny.
Yeah.
No, it's funny. I was about to say that. Yo, as soon as you said we got the adjustable bed, I was like, yo, he should say, he went to bed laying down and woke up
That's how
like
you
this.
sit
Like,
there.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And then you just said it. So I was like, yo,
That's the bit. Like,
yeah.
recline me down. Like,
Yeah.
what is you doing?
Gotta relax.
Go
So-
to bed
so-
every night, lay down, good night,
Yeah.
babe, wake up in the morning.
Wake up like, man, this is bullshit.
Why am I sitting in
That's funny.
a chair?
That's
You know,
funny.
knocked out.
So, but I definitely, I ride through the laughs. I guess it keeps me going. But I can appreciate the clap, and I see where y'all coming from.
I
recently-
would go as far to suggest to you to not change anything.
Yeah.
What you're doing is definitely working. I think we all agree with that. But like, try to endeavor to have those sets that's like that's up and down and clap and laugh and slow and oh shit and what the fuck and damn that's deep and that's funny as fuck. That's when you have them in the palm of your hand.
Yes.
I don't know who your favorite comic is or who you like to watch somebody special. Yeah. Watch a really great special. That shit is up it's down, it's laughter, it's tears.
And I'm learning to put the truth in there.
Yeah. It's
like I'll say, when I say that, I might say, I really drop a bar. I'll drop a bar about relationships with in that moment.
Yeah.
That's when the room chills. Which back then it had to be. Now it ain't like that. But I still live through the laugh. So I do take a break in the sense of saying what's really behind. I could be the reason all my relationships be fucked up.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? Because I sweat the small stuff, bro.
Right.
And I believe the small stuff become the big stuff. And then they give you a big clap.
Yeah. Now, I would stay right there. Stay in that before you jump out and try to get back to the funny. Really, like, examine that. Like, I sweat the small stuff, man. Small stuff turned into big stuff. And I think in my next relationship, I got to start looking at like addressing the small stuff because sometimes you think it's not a big deal, and and then just talk to them on a level like just people having a conversation. They already know you funny. They already know you funny, so they gonna be like, bro, I'm gonna take the trip with you. Go ahead, I'm following you.
And it's about the placement too because I asked that question for a reason because I got some bits now where I'm like, yo, I'm getting that applause. I'm talking about the State of the Union, where we're at within the U.S. And, it was the joke that I tried for the first time when we was in Phoenix in November, that with the Epstein bit. And I was like, yo, let me create that and building. And it's one of them jokes that I told Lonnie, I said, yo, put this up like you bullshitting. The files that just came out, I said, yo, put this bit up. I really want to see, because I don't do too many political type things. I said, I really want to see where the people are at with my process and how I'm creating with this bit. In the comments that I got, I was just like, I accomplished what I wanted to accomplish. And of course the bit is still growing, but when I'm doing it now, I'm getting and I'm like, you know what I mean? And I'm just like, yeah, this is what I want. But my thing is, when you talk about you doing them theaters and arenas, I'm like, all right, Trey, am I ready to do it at a theater or an arena? Am I going to get that? You know what I mean? What kind of response am I going to get doing it in that big of a platform as opposed to doing it then? Because remember when I did it because I talked to you about it, when we did it in Phoenix and we was in Arizona, a bunch of white people. I did the bit first. And it's a touchy, you know what I mean? Because I'm really talking shit about, the white privilege and all this. And I was like, all right, I didn't get what I thought I was going to get, but I understood why. They don't even know if I'm funny or not. I'm just coming out there like, man, you white people are some pedophile shit. So then, they're like, who's this nigga? Right. So then I said, all right, Trey, and this is what I love about what we do, because we do it and we like, you go back and you like, all right, let's see the game tape. You know what? Can't do it like that. I got to do a bit that they like and they're going to laugh at. And then I throw it after that once they already on my side. And then once I figure that out.
Once you trim the fat. You got to trim the fat in arenas.
So now I'm just like, do I want to take that chance not really a chance, but I'm just like, yo, do I want to do it in a theater form just to see, you know what I mean? Because I'm a little nerd and I know it's a good bit.
True.
I know it is, but it's not one of them bits where, it's going to be more of clapping or more of like, yo, this nigga talking some shit. And I just don't know yet how that's going to feel in that environment. So what are the suggestions? Should I do it? Should I not do it? Or should I just go with the flow?
You think the joke is completed? You think it's done? Like, is this the best form of the joke? Or are you still working on it?
It's good enough to be put out there because I've been doing it and it's been consistently. Yeah, I got shit with it.
Well, go for it.
I say I always take the risk because like a new beat come on, like ain't nobody heard before this. Oh wait a minute, it's kind of rocking. It's the same thing with the bit. Just play that shit.
And shoot the rock.
Yeah,
you can't pump. You gotta shoot that one. Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
So
whatever it is.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
Let me ask you. So if it's always on, you ride on the last. But what is the laboratory for you?
The laboratory is the car ride. It's the car ride. You know, the laughs come, and I'm not gonna front the way, because I believe in delivery. Everybody's delivery is different. My delivery is a little more upbeat. It's a little more aggressive. It's a little more in your face. So the laughs come with it. If they don't laugh, I don't panic. I'm not in a place where, oh shit. Since I, you know what I'm saying? Like, where do I go now? Right? My demeanor, my confidence.
You get higher.
At this point, it's like I'm good. I'm just like in another thing. I'm never gonna, break. You know what I mean? I'm never gonna break. So to your question, if you're saying where's the lab, are you saying where do I work on things?
Well, yeah, and I'm leading to this. The laboratory for you is not necessarily the stage time. You're shopping it in your head on the drive
until I believe it.
Until you believe it, that's when you put it out there. Now, because I during COVID, y'all gotta understand. Like Kev is one of those guys that think I ain't got shit else to do, and I'm going live. I'm going live.
Yeah.
So is that the lab for the Zodiac show? What I'm talking about?
I like that
because you've always been a one conversation, high energy, conversational kind of guy. You like, Gab, you talking to them strangers, them crazy motherfuckers
right,
come on. I be like, and I'm like, this nigga shopping. This nigga.
Yeah, but I think
some of that. I think some of that bleeds into your stage
100%
persona.
So
right?
that was at that time. I did what the Zodiac show. I did it 400, 500 nights in a row for 4 hours a night.
Dang, man,
I didn't miss a night.
Yeah,
right. That carried from 2020, 2021. I kind of chilled like in 2022 because it was just like too much. But I was having these conversations, getting bits, going back and looking at them like, damn, I was funny. Because like you said, I am naturally, I have a way with, kicking it. You know what I'm saying? But I pick from pieces of truth. So yeah, to your point, that was a lab at one point. Now, if I see it, I'd be like, you know what? Let me just throw that in here. Because if I do this, I'm going to write myself right out of the funny. I have to just keep, the funny ain't on my pen no more. The funny is in my reaction, my observation.
And do you go back once you deliver it, the natural, then go back and kind of jot it down and try to,
nope.
You just continue.
I just know, I hear, this could go with that. Or if I talk to somebody, I get tagged sometimes. Yeah. And, you throw away 90% of them, but then there be that one, you be like, that shit go. Because everybody got a tag. Nigga, I heard the shit you said. You're like, all right, my nigga, I gotta go. You hear the shit, then somebody hit you with some shit, you be like,
Don't you hate when somebody
and it be the randomest motherfucker, though.
Yeah.
They be the randomest one, like, yo, I'm keeping that. So.
Don't you hate when somebody gives you a tag, it's fire, but it's somebody else. It's like somebody else.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah, I'm like,
nigga, the last good tag I got was from Donald Glover.
Oh, yeah?
Did the show, Donald Glover was in the back of the room like, yo, when you said that, and I'm like, oh shit, what's up, man? He like, yo, when you said that, you could have said, fucking, what? I was like, I walk outside like, that nigga was right. Like, damn.
Bill Bellamy hit me with a tag not too long ago. I just random, like, yo, you need to, And I'm like, And motherfuckers always saying, like you say, it's always somebody, especially if you have a good setup. Yeah, if you just, because they're funny, they want to interject their funny and see how it works with your funny. But my mind don't think like that, bro. What you're talking about, I'm not on that.
But I'm not going to say no name, but this dude, I've been, he was like, yo, I heard your stuff and was giving me some tags. And I'm like, that ain't how I would say it. That ain't how that ain't realistic to me. That's not my voice. But he studied like, you gotta be like, I'm like, nah, I'm not doing it.
When they haven't heard the whole thing, or if it ain't done, or if they just saw you do the 5-minute part, it's like, there's a whole other bit. Oh, I already came up with that.
Yeah, it's like he tried to take the whole truth out of my bit. I'm like, I don't want to do that. Like, I don't talk.
That's not the truth.
It's not the truth.
Yeah. So,
but yeah, dog. I was gonna get into the topics.
I was gonna let it go until we got to the topics. What you said you wanted to cover?
So I was just doing some barbershop.
What are we doing?
Yeah, get a
rum punch.
Yeah,
rum punch. You want me?
Yeah. It's just me.
No, it's
Wait. You need ice?
I got some ice.
You got ice in it? Okay.
Sip this, man.
No, my man Kirk make these. That's real deal, bro.
Word?
Listen, that's real deal.
Okay, where's it from?
From
Jamaica.
And
I'm telling the Tony Rock story.
From Jamaica.
I got a Tony Rock story to tell. I'll never forget.
Yo, we gonna talk that on the Patreon too. We gonna do the Tony Rock story on the Patreon. Okay, and the other thing on the Patreon. In the barbershop talk, in the barbershop, you just come up with whatever question I walk in. Hey, the question of the day. True. So question of the day.
You walked in the barbershop and they said today's this.
Yeah, okay. I'm that guy. When I walk in, they always like, all right, what we talking about, Trey? Because they know me. So question of the day. Would you rather for your son to sell drugs or your daughter to sell coochie? If you had to pick
That's
a
easy,
That's
bro.
easy call. Drugs all day.
Yeah, you gotta go drugs.
drugs all day.
Drugs is
Drugs.
enterprising. Drugs is, calculated. Now, the product is fucked up. The
Right.
product that
Yes.
he's selling is fucked up. But he has to have a sense of,
Business
teamwork,
acumen.
a business acumen.
Okay.
He has to be enterprising.
So we saying he a good drug dealer.
Yeah,
He
gotta know. He gotta know what he's doing. Wait, so you didn't say that? You didn't say he's like some shitty nigga standing on the corner.
Okay.
But like to be involved is like you gotta have a business acumen, sense of teamwork, leadership. You got your voice gotta speak volume. You know what I'm saying? Like
Okay.
you gotta be.
Just-
Most drug dealers that we know that like was getting it.
Yeah.
Like people say all the time, it's a cliche saying, but they say it because it's true. This guy could have ran a Fortune 500 company. He had the same type of business acumen that this guy had. He just chose the product was fucked up.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
You can't fuck the daughter. Though.
So
You can't. How much money
drugs.
you need?
Because all right,
100%.
so let's think about it from this angle. Because nowadays, when it's say selling coochie now, I hate to say pussy, daughter, whatever.
Prostitution.
Yeah, you can do that now with not even maybe sleeping with somebody. You
Well,
could
dating now has
you
turned
could
into
have-
prostitution.
Yeah, and you have OnlyFans.
Yeah,
You can
that's
sell
different.
your body in different forms now.
No,
When not
that ain't
actually,
selling coochie. OnlyFans is not selling coochie.
Yeah, it really
That's
is.
selling-
Well, no, it's
that's
not.
selling a dream.
It's selling
That's-
a dream because think about it.
Mhm.
All strippers don't fuck. Right?
But they still selling.
They're not selling sex. They're selling a fantasy. Sex is
Yeah.
sex.
Yeah.
If your daughter's getting fucked on, she's getting fucked on.
Yeah.
Period. That ain't what you don't
Yeah.
want.
Fantasy about that.
Yeah, it's a fantasy. If
That's
she,
facts.
if she playing a mad, that she doing revealing herself on only.
Yeah, like a
I still
man.
ain't comfortable with it. Is you fucking
Right.
these shit?
Yeah.
All right, we can figure it out.
Yeah.
How much you making?
Yeah.
How much you make? Because we reckless as men, man. You can't have men are reckless.
Man, that's the gateway.
So how many men? Oh, what's your answer, Fox?
Man, definitely the drugs. Like
Okay.
if I had a son and yeah, I'm not gonna encourage it, but like,
Right.
okay, that's your choice. I'm cooler with that than if I had a daughter and she was a prostitute.
Damn, but his life is on the line.
How many men
Yeah, that's true.
have we seen that got killed selling drugs? I got one of my best friends, or in jail. I just got my other best friend that just got out. You know what I mean, in January. So the dangers.
Mhm.
Right.
So we got to even think about that.
I feel like I can coach him. I feel like I can coach him a little bit. Like,
Yeah.
We know
But hold on,
selling drugs
what's the-
results in
what's
one
the-
or two things.
What's the OnlyFans chicks that do body?
Okay.
What's the OnlyFans chick? Mercedes Moore, I think her name was.
Oh yeah.
Homie was
Yeah.
sending her crazy dough.
Yeah. She was
Taking the money.
I forgot
Oh, wow.
what
He
city
ran into
that
her
was
so-
in.
ran into-
Atlanta, right?
Ran into her like Atlanta. Yo,
Right.
I'm Mike Jones 222,
I
whatever.
funded your life.
She's like, all right, yo, come on, like, were you gonna act like that? He's like, hey, hold up, like you be sending the money, I bop,
What?
body her.
Oh man.
Yeah.
But the rate,
May she
but-
rest in peace. I don't want to bring it.
But the percentage, I mean, anytime a woman is a stripper, porn star, or anything that's revealing, it's going
Right.
to be some creepy ass
Right.
niggas that will put her life in danger.
Okay, so wait, so you
Yeah.
said the son, drugs,
Mhm.
the gun, death,
Yeah,
jail,
yeah, that's only two results we pretty much know
daughter,
for selling drugs.
AIDS,
Yeah.
herpes, babies that she probably didn't want. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And that's even worse because now who gonna raise them babies? You.
Right. So it's like the gift and the curse. I mean, you can't, because I feel like I can get more
What's
hand
the
in my
gift
son.
about
Hey, son,
prostitution?
look, you can't be out here.
Yeah.
And, not that I was a dope dealer, but
Yeah.
I've been around enough to know,
Yeah.
like, look, bro, this ain't the way that go.
yeah.
You doing too much.
Mhm.
Da-da-da-da-da. Come in the house. You ain't got to hang on the corner.
Mhm.
They try to
Yeah.
make it as safe if there is such a thing.
Yeah,
But,
yeah,
pay people, you know what I'm saying? Don't ever have dirty money.
yeah.
But you don't know what's going to happen when they close that door. Because you can't go in there with your daughter. He fucking on her right now. I paid my money.
I paid.
Get him out of here. Get dog out of here. Nigga, that's my daddy. Get dog out of here.
I paid
my money. I'm about to go crazy on your daughter for 30 minutes, dog.
Yeah.
You can't, what
But
you
at
gonna
least
do?
she's safe afterwards. Yeah,
Maybe. But he done went crazy. It's funny though, man.
Damn.
yeah. It's one of those things, you got to think about, like, So that was my question of the day. Let us know in the comments.
Yeah, leave a comment. Let us know what you think.
Yeah, well, yeah. If that had to be one of your two choices,
I only answered because it was I had to answer. So you know Charleston ain't doing none of that.
Yeah. Your son named Charleston?
Yeah.
How old is he now, dog?
5.
That's right.
Yeah, man.
Big dog shit.
And speaking of sons, my son just moved into his apartment. I was in Baltimore, Maryland for the weekend. I stayed 2 extra days to help him move into his apartment. He just moved into this dope ass building.
Yeah, that's dope. He doing his thing. His son doing his thing. Bro.
And I want to tell y'all the story, but I'm going to tell y'all off
right.
the podcast because it's a little too, and maybe we'll talk about it on the podcast in a different topic. But because you have a son and you have a son off camera, I want to talk to y'all about something.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, right. Definitely.
So should we just jump over to the Patreon portion now?
Yeah.
And cover everything we want to cover? Yeah.
I only had that one update.
Go. Yeah, Fox had an update.
Update since last week, the BAFTAs and the BBC, now they're coming out with more apologies. I think it's a little too late, a day late and a dollar short. And John Davidson, he did issue a statement.
John Davidson is
the
guy
that had the Tourette's syndrome.
He still has it.
I'm saying had the Tourette's syndrome tick.
Okay.
Okay. He had the tick that they didn't bleep out, which was the N-word when Delroy Lindo and Michael B. Jordan got up there to present an award. And he said, I'm squinting. This is what he said. I've spent my life trying to support and empower the Tourette's community to teach empathy, kindness, and understanding from others, and I will continue to do so. I choose to leave.
Why don't you make the font bigger?
That's crazy.
You want me to read it?
No, nigga. I got it now. That was crazy, man. I should have pinched in Zoom. Okay, I will continue to do so. I chose to leave the auditorium early into the ceremony as I was aware of the distress my tics were causing. In a statement released this afternoon, this is a while ago, David said he was deeply mortified if anyone considers my involuntary tics to be intentional or carry any meaning. I was in attendance to celebrate the film of my life, I swear, which more than any film or TV documentary explains the origins, conditions, traits, and manifestation. Tourette syndrome. And then, so, and it goes on. I read it in reverse. So, people are starting to be more aware of the incident, and people are appearing to take sides.
Are you wearing those tomorrow?
I think I've heard the louder voices come from the empathetic side of the Tourette's, the disability, saying
which one
need
you
to
wearing
be
tomorrow?
more empathetic to this. I've heard that more than anything.
You wear mismatch?
But I refute that and say, look, you say that's involuntary. It's an involuntary tick. I say it's an involuntary feeling of pain. I can't help but feel pain
I should have
at
put
your
something on
involuntary tick that offended me.
Right.
Okay? So I think we're entitled to have our own feelings on this. We don't have to not be offended just because of your disability. Because anybody can have a disability and they mess up. It still hurts. So I'm not saying anything bad about people that have the disability.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that. I'm empathetic towards that. But that specific word that happened, that was
like, why is that in the tank? Why is that word in your tank to come out? That's my whole thing. Because there's a million words in a word bank.
Yeah.
And like they said, and again, I don't want to make fun of the disability, but I can receive an apology. Like, I'm kind of agree with what you're saying. But don't be upset with me for being offended.
Yeah.
Right? Like, because why is that word in the word tank?
Yeah. I think that's where a lot of people are questioning. Granted, it opens up a conversation for understanding of specifically Tourette's. That's great. But how come it doesn't open up another door to really look at the history, the effects that word has caused? Not Tourette's causing that, but that word. Because we're always wondering about the magic and the wonderment of using the word. Can I say it? Can I? Why can't I? You guys rap it and say it amongst yourselves. How come I can't say it? Is there ever going to be a time when we can understand on the same wavelength, like this is hurting a culture, this is causing pain, and then make a conscious effort to teach our children to be mindful of that kind of stuff. So, and that's from our side. But I like the classiness that Michael B. Jordan and Delroy Lindo and the other cats from the NAACP Image Awards were saying when they had their thoughts. I thought it was real classy, but they're in a position where they may not feel like wilding out like Jamie Foxx. They might not feel like doing that.
What did Jamie Foxx say?
Jamie Foxx said he meant that shit.
Oh, I thought you said wilding out like he was gonna knuckle up with dude or something.
No, like, but and that's horrible that people are suggesting, physical violence against people with Tourette's. That's just freaking crazy. I think that's the noise of the social media. I didn't
hear nobody say anything that they was gonna do something.
Read
physical.
the comments.
Oh,
I think that's noise on social media. I think normal, upstanding citizens aren't going around doing it, and the ones that are, they're probably criminals anyway, and they need to be taken off the street.
Sure. Gotcha. And then so what's your we on Patreon now, right?
No, we on the moment.
Okay.
Hey yo, follow us over to the Patreon. We'll meet you in a second, yo. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.